Hello friends, this is Sue at Miller's Laboratory. Welcome back to my channel here. Today is the final flip through of these two little journals that I made. They have a feminine or a millinery theme, and I'm calling them sister journals because they are very similar but not identical. So I happen to have two sisters, and so in honor of them, I am naming these two journals Sharon and Amy. Those are my two sisters. So Sharon and Amy, I'm going to flip through both of them so you can see what they look like. I'm going to set Amy aside for now and we'll just take a look at Sharon. Okay, so I started off here with some vintage eyelet that I have wrapped around the book, and I have pinned it with this vintage laundry pin. And then on the pin, I also added a little tag. I put the initial S for Sharon and I added that little ribbon rose. You can easily remove that and put your own embellishments on the pin, or it looks really cute just plain too. So I'm going to just hold this up again here to show you. So this eyelet has all these little holes down here and then also up here. So when you pin this, if you put your pin through two holes at the bottom and then at the top, it's very easy to pin it and you don't really have to poke a hole in the fabric. So just wanted to point that out for the person who purchases the book. I go ahead and unpin it here. And again, this just is a little tag on a jump ring, so that can easily be taken off. We'll set that over here. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the eyelet too. This is just wrapped around once. And if you're interested in seeing the cover up close, you can watch the whole series. I will put this in the playlist and you can watch me make these books. But I did a lot of slow stitching here and used a lot of vintage fabrics and laces to make this really pretty. So there are 96 pages inside, and the book measures about 6 inches tall, 4 inches wide. You can see that it's pretty fat. You can squeeze it closed if you want to, but it is overflowing with stuff. It's really, really generously filled with goodies. So I'm going to zoom it in just a little bit more here. All right. So on the inside, we have this pretty pink label, which you can use to write your name, the date, whatever. And then I'm just going to start flipping through. Here I've made a belly band out of this pretty doily image, and I slipped a couple things under there. This is a trade card that I printed. This is a piece of stationery that's just folded into quarters with that pretty rose on it. On the other side, we have a pocket decorated with this pretty brooch image, and it's got this tag inside that you saw me make. Just a piece of a doily here. Here I have a page that is an old from an old photo album. I originally was going to make this a pocket also, but this is so crumbly at the top I decided not to do that. So this is not a pocket, but you can slip something in the slots here to keep it. And this is just a little printed out lace sample card. And I added some vintage lace in there. Here we have a flip out page. Just added this little dress form on here. On this page I've added a little side tuck pocket to put this journal card in. And here we have sort of a flip page that has a pocket on this side. In here I've tucked a little spool that I added some vintage trim to. You could do a little journaling on that if you wanted to, or you could add, some paper behind there. Just tuck it under that trim, and then you could do some more journaling there. And then this is just a folded up page, also printed. I got this at the Graphics Fairy, this blouse pins image. You can use that to journal on as well, or something else. When we flip this over, then there's an envelope here. This is something I printed and folded to make it look authentic, but this is actually a printed envelope. And we have a tag inside. And then the other half of just this receipt paper. Another pretty dress. Here we have a couple of small pockets made out of vellum. And in these I've tucked these little journaling spots that I made, again, with those spools with papers wrapped around. So you can journal on both sides of that if you want to. And then just wrap it back up. And the little label here holds it closed. This does the same thing. Here we have a little pocket embellished with a doily image, and we've got this pretty little shoe journal card inside this pocket. We have a little tuck spot here, and we added a button card that I printed out. Added some vintage buttons on there. All of these things, again, you can see in previous videos how I've made them. Another little journal card with the shoes on some old music paper. Here I have a couple of different pockets up tucked in there. These I just made, and I added the little bulb pins and a second little tag on there. That can easily be removed, or you could put something else on there too, but I just thought that was kind of a cute thing. This one is the same. It has the little extra little tag attached. Some nice paper to write on here. Added a little bit of lace and a little paper flower up at the top. Here we have a pop-up of a dress. You might have seen this one on, I don't know if this is the one I used on my Instagram post, but pretty green dress there. Another little tag here tucked into this little pocket. And here I have this sweet little tape, laundry tape, MS McDonald. I picked this up at an estate sale down in Bloomfield Hills. My maiden name is McDonald, so my sister's maiden names are McDonald also, so I thought that was appropriate to put in here. And then we have this lovely tag here with the flower, or the roses on top. Another little tuck spot here. This one's a little harder to get out, but this is another pretty journal card made on a paint chip. I did go through with wax paper and treat all of the pockets that were kind of sticky so that things do slide in and out pretty easily. Flip spot there. Just stapled a little bit of lace at the top of that just to make it pretty. Here's another lace sample card that I printed out. Tucked it in this spot. And another button card here. Now on this page, this was a big round doily, and I wrapped it around this page here, which is the original title page of this book. So you can journal here, but it does keep a record of the date, which was 1907, and if you look closely here, you can see the wit and humor of America. That was the original book. Couple of pockets here made out of this vellum that I printed, and we have journal cards inside there. Kind of a matching one on the back, a different pattern, and a little bit of fabric stapled onto the top just to embellish it. I like to have that fabric kind of sticking out on the outside. This is kind of a cute little idea. So this looks like a corner tuck, and it is acting as a corner tuck, and I just made a tiny little journal spot here with a little bit of lace. This is new lace, this is vintage. Just a little cute little folded thing. And then this is actually just a piece of paper also folded into quarters. And this is another thing that I printed from the Graphics Fairy. I just thought it went with the theme of the book and it was cute. So I'm folding it into quarters here. And then this little part right here, I'm tucking onto the bottom of the page. And then that makes like a little pocket here on this one that you can tuck something into. So it gives you extra journal space and an extra pocket, but it's removable. Oh, and it only should go on that one page. All right. This is a little tuck spot, a little brooch, and this is another little folded card I made on camera, and I just added this pretty image and the velvet ribbon underneath there. And this one I kind of like to tuck so that just the back of it is tucked in, so you can open it and just write in it this way too if you wanted to. All right, this is a flip page. When we open this, there's another pop-up. This is a pretty pink dress in here. This page flips over and has lots of writing space. This is a glassine bag that I attached there. And then we put this pretty journal card inside using another one of those pretty girls and a page from a sewing book. Added the ribbon roses at the top there. Here we have a belly band that wraps onto the next page. This is made out of a doily. This belly band is kind of loose, so I've tucked a few things in there. A little tag, another little tag made from a paint chip, and then just this folded sheet that's like an embroidery pattern. So this one's a little on the loosey-goosey side and things want to slide out, but that's why I really packed it in there. There. All right. Then here we have a belly band, and I tucked some little trade cards in that I printed out. I love those. I think they're so cute. And then this belly band opens out, and you have this pretty image inside. You could do some journaling on that too if you wanted to. Or you could journal on this side and then fold it up and you wouldn't see it. So however you choose to use it. Here is another one of those pretty lace sample cards. This one has a pretty little dress on it, which I thought went with the theme of the book. Okay, and then here is a surprise third pop-up that I decided to put in. This one is a pretty white one. I love it. You heard it crackling a little bit because I was a little bit messy with the glue. I will work on that so it opens up easily. And that's the end of this one. And there's my label. All right, let's grab Amy real quick and go through her. I'm just going to set these. I don't want to get them mixed up when I list them for sale. I want to make sure that you get the one that you're expecting. So, all right, so we'll take that off. And a lot of this, again, is going to look very familiar, but there are elements that are different. Belly band here. Here's that pretty dress form, and same things are tucked behind there. We have this sweet little glassine bag flip with the tag inside. Here is the pretty white pop-up dress for this one, and you can see how this works. This one I had to like double fold it because it's a little bit longer than the other ones, and so it actually has like more folds in the skirt so that it will still tuck up and be hidden when the book is closed. But when you open it up, you can see how much it comes down at the bottom. This one you just have to help a little bit and make sure it folds up correctly. All right, pretty little embellishment there. Here we have the same little tuck with the journal card made on a paint chip. Pretty dress there. We have a little shoe image. It's going to be different shoes, but it's a journal card like in the first one. And here we have those vellum pockets with the pretty journal cards inside. I'll show you this one too. A lot of these, just the flowers or whatever, the little image is a little bit different. So I'll try to get you a good peek at what both of them look like, what Amy looks like here too. All right. This one's got this pretty scalloped paper that folds out. And then here we have this same tuck thing that I did in the other, I showed you, where I just folded the page up and stuck it on the corner and put the little folded card inside. And this paper I didn't say, this paper that's on the back of this is also an original page from the book. It's a glossier paper, and I had a picture of the author on it, but I folded that part in. We don't want any men in this book. It's a girly book for sure. There's a pretty little lace sample card in that one. And button card here. This is that same thing, The Wit and Humor of America, the title page flipping out here for journaling. And here we have this pretty girl on this red journal card. Little button at the corner there to embellish it. And on this side I've tucked that little folded card with the pretty velvet ribbon on the front. A little bit of lace over the top of that one. Here we have those same little spool journaling spots that I showed you in the other journal. I think those are so cute. Somebody else has probably done that, but I don't think I've ever seen it. As I've been told many times, there's nothing new under the sun. If you think of something, someone's already done it. All right. Little trade cards here. This is that fold out belly band here. Just put a pretty little flower image on that. Tag here with that McDonald tape. Flips out. Here we have this sweet pretty girl with the roses. Nice journaling tag, a nice wide tag there. It's another pop-up with the pink dress. Another lace sample card. This is really beautiful lace. I just love that. And we have the same things tucked in here into this wraparound belly band here. So we have a tag. We have this paint chip tag, and then we have that same embroidery pattern folded. Just use the same thing in both. Another sweet little lace sample card with the dress. And here's a nice pull-out for writing. Dress here. Here is a little tuck spot, and this has got the spool with the vintage trim on it, and also the little printout of the blouse pin paper. We open this up, and there's a printout of a vintage envelope here with a tag inside. Now on this one I created another flip page, and on this side there is a pocket, a side tuck pocket with this pretty journal card inside. And then when we open this page, it's the third pop-up here, the green dress. Love it. And there's still room to journal here if you wanted to. I actually, if this was my book, I would do some decoration around the dresses because I think that would be pretty. But I'll let the person who buys the books do that. Here we have those same two little up-tuck pockets with the little tags, the bulb pins, and then the little smaller tag put on there. And one more little button card tucked in here. And that brings us to the end of Amy. So thank you so much for taking a look at these. These are listed for sale in my Etsy shop, and I really appreciate you following along with me on this series. I'm ready to start something new, and I hope you'll come back soon. Thank you. Happy New Year. Bye.